Hello there, it's time for business with me, Charles Aite. Now, the general manager for MTN Mobile Money, Elihene, has touted the company's growth in the electronic payments business. He, however, acknowledged that there have been some challenges, including the issue of fraud. He reiterated MTN is working closely with the police to curb the incident of fraud menace.
Years of contributing to electronic payment in Ghana, MTN has recognized some of its agents and merchants for distinguishing themselves over the past years. The telco giant distributed a television set, a trip to Dubai, and the overall winner benefiting a 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe. The general manager of MTN Mobile Money Service, Elihene, said they are working with the police to complete a forensic lab in the first half of 2020 to hand fraudsters that hinder the smooth operation of MTN Mobile Money Service.
Customers should protect their PIN. It is their secret and it should be only known to them. And they should take steps to update or change it anytime. So we will continue to work on that. The other side is the other stakeholders. We've done some work with the media. We've done training and other things, even with the judiciary. With the police, we are strengthening their forensic side. And the lab, I talked about in my statement that we should be ready with it in the early part of 2020. We couldn't achieve the end year goal, but we should get it ready. And that should also equip the police to do a lot more.
He further added that MTN will not shield any staff member who is found culpable of fraudulent activities.
There are processes in place, and for staff, to the extent that any staff has any action to take, we are able to monitor from beginning to the end. So where staff are involved, we will not shield them, but we have also ensured that our processes are such that one person cannot start and close an action. So it might take a collaborative effort. So that's also the ways we have taken to ensure that even at that level, we have taken away any opportunity for people to misbehave. So we keep an eye on that. And if anybody is caught, yes, that person will be dealt with. We will not shield anybody.
A 36-year-old MTN Momo agent, Peter Kwame Kwadon, who won a grand prize of a Hyundai Santa Fe, expressed his appreciation and urged MTN to deepen their relationship with the agents.
It initially discouraged us, but with the support of the management, they kept on coming around, assuring us of a better future, and thereby continuing to support the Momo business. The challenge of we sometimes sending money wrongly and we not giving the proper attention in terms of monies being returned or being refunded to us on time. This going forward, my humble plea to MTN to give us merchants the priority when we call on them to assist us in terms of wrong transactions.
MTN Momo works with 18 partner banks and more than 124,000 agents across the country. Alberta BCU's report for Joy Business.
The Kumawu district is creating more economic opportunities for indigents as a means of increasing their local revenue generation. Officials look to make up to the overstretched district assembly common fund, which is being used to build assembly offices. Nanaya Ojima visited the area and found this report.
The assembly receives only 256,000 Ghana cedis at its share of the common fund quarterly. This is because a chunk of the amount from central government goes into this two-story office complex project due for completion late next year. District Chief Executive Samuel Ade Ajikum explains how this affects the assembly.
It's never enough and has never been enough for you to prosecute the agenda. So what you have to do is that you need to look at your books, make sure you stay in the budget. So even if you owe a contractor, you could clearly see that when the amount is released quarterly, you'll be able to get some that can pay the overhead cost.
Internally generated fund target stands at 903,000 Ghana cedis, out of which 813,000 Ghana cedis has been collected. This has been used to finance several development projects, mostly construction and rehabilitation of schools. The pressure has forced officials to explore more economic potentials of the area. One of several strategic markets being built for the purpose has been completed at Oyoko. With water system and other improved conditions, traders are expectant of high sales. She says, we were trading under umbrellas. We had to pack out whenever it rained. This has really affected our trade over the years. She says, we will plead to all traders here to join us in the market. We can drive more people if we are all concentrated in the new market. An ongoing road project will increase tarred roads to 90%, in addition to improvement of farm roads. With this, carting of food to market centers will be easier, reducing post-harvest losses and increased income for farmers.
We take Domase up to Agogo, Tari Road, which is another 27 kilometers. We've constructed it, tarred it. It's now motorable. Earlier it wasn't engineered at all. You go to Oyoko Junction to Banko, we are done. You go to the Sechere to Akrofonso, Mampo Akrofonso, we are done. Akrofonso to Asamai is done. From Oyoko, so far as roads are concerned, and there are town roads, Bodomase, Kumeru town roads, work is ongoing.
Tourism is also receiving attention so as to generate more money for the assembly. Nana Ojima reporting.
Interesting stuff there. Now, the National Youth Authority is charging Ghanaian entrepreneurs to look out for innovative ways that will help create employment opportunities. Speaking to Joy Business, Deputy Chief Executive of the authority, Nelson Owusu-Wantan, said the authority has begun moves to support entrepreneurs.
It's a call to duty from our office, National Youth Authority, to the Ghanaian youth, that we know the one language they understand is the language of jobs. The way to get job is to create your own job. You cannot aspire to be a billionaire, a millionaire without creating your own wealth. The way to go is to create your own wealth. Many of the billionaires we have in the world never were even graduates, neither were they PhD holders. They just saw an opportunity. They never looked down upon those opportunities. They took those ideas and decided to turn the world around. So the lives of the Microsoft founder, the lives of the founder of iPhone, and then all over the world, what they are doing is to changing the world to make sure that they create their own livelihood as well as the livelihood for others. So if you want to be a youth that is changing the world, do not go out there holding application letters looking for job. Just decide that the little idea you have, you want to create some good money for yourself through the idea.
Well, and that's it by way of business. My name is Charles Aite.